Shout to everybody if you're tuning in right now. We're just waiting for all platforms to come on live. Thank you for tuning in. We're ready to go. Fellas, welcome back to another episode of Fellas Fridays. We do this each and every Friday night right here from Stars International, located in the heart of downtown West Palm Beach. If you haven't already done so, whatever platform you're logged in from, go to my profile, hit that subscribe button, support the Scoot Gang movement. Without you, none of this is possible. Once again, this is episode 17 of Fellas Fridays. Bad luck didn't break you. Laziness did. Fellas, welcome back to Fellas Fridays. You know exactly how we do this here. This is the truth, the pressure, and the perspective you might not want to hear, but you need to. Today, I want to destroy one of the biggest lies men tell themselves. That phrase you keep using when things don't go your way. That excuse you've been carrying around to protect your pride. You say, I've just had bad luck. But let me set it straight, fellas. You didn't lose because of bad luck. You weren't unlucky. You were unprepared. And as long as you keep calling it luck, you'll never face the real problem. Prepared men create luck. Unprepared men pray for it. We love blaming bad luck because it keeps us safe from accountability. It feels good to say you missed out on something because of fate or timing, the economy, or politics, like some of you locos. You didn't get the job because of politics. She left you because of bad timing. Your business didn't work out because the economy was tough. It's always something else, but it's never you. That's the fantasy of bad luck. It protects your ego. It gives you an excuse to keep living the same way. Because if it's luck, you can't control it. And if you can't control it, you don't have to change it. Well, let me tell you, what you call bad luck was almost always lack of preparation. Men glorify timing like it's everything, but bad timing is rare. You didn't miss your shot because of timing. You missed it because you weren't ready. Opportunity doesn't come when you're comfortable. It shows up unannounced, and it asks one question. Were you ready? If you weren't, it moved on. And then you called it bad luck. It wasn't bad timing. It was you not being ready on time. I know this because I've lived it. Back when I was starting out chasing music, I told myself I was ready. I had passion. I had talent. I was writing. I was recording. I was even performing. But I wasn't prepared. I didn't have the money invested into production. I didn't have marketing strategy. I didn't understand the business side. So when small doors opened, I wasn't positioned to walk through them. And at the time, I told myself it was bad luck. I said, the industry's tough. Nobody wants to give me a chance. But the truth, I wasn't unlucky. I was unprepared. The same thing happened with barbering. I used to sit in shops and think I was cursed because guys with half my skill were making twice the money. I thought maybe if I just had bad luck. But they weren't lucky. They were branding themselves. They were building relationships. They were networking. They were prepared in ways I wasn't. I wasn't unlucky. I was late to the preparation game. And the moment I stopped blaming luck and started preparing differently, my life changed. As you can see, that's when I moved to the great city of West Palm Beach. Shout to the 561. That's when I built myself from scratch. That's when I became one of the premier barbers in the area, cutting high-end, high-profile clientele. You see, failure and bad luck aren't the same thing. Failure is feedback. It's information. It points out what you're missing. Bad luck is denial. It's the story you tell yourself so you don't have to get better. Most men don't actually fail. They refuse to listen to feedback, and then they call it bad luck. Preparation is discipline in the dark. Preparation is saving money when everyone else is flexing. It's studying when everyone else is scrolling. It's training when everyone else is sleeping. Shout out to my brother Martin. Most men want the stage without the rehearsals, and I can tell you, you will fail miserably. I have myself. They want to win without the work. But if you weren't preparing in the dark, don't complain, you missed the spotlight. Prepared men will always look lucky to unprepared men. When you see somebody rise fast, at least you think it was fast, you think he got lucky. No, he spent years preparing in silence. You just weren't watching. So let's get practical. Preparation shows up everywhere in your life. Financially, you save before the expense comes. With your health, you train before the doctor gives you a wake-up call. In relationships, you heal before the woman arrives. And in your career, you build before the opportunity shows up. Preparedness is proof you respect. Preparedness is proof you respect your future. Now let's slow this down real quick, and I want to challenge you. Think about your own life. Where are you blaming luck instead of preparation? If opportunity knocked tomorrow, what part of your life would fail the test? What habits are you covering up with excuses? Sit with those questions, because the answers will tell you everything you need to know about why you're stuck. Excuse me. You're not cursed. You're not unlucky. You're unprepared. Burn it up in here. Stop romanticizing your struggle. Everybody wants to brag, oh, I'm from the hood. I came up from the mud. Stop pretending it's fate. Stop calling yourself unlucky when really you're undisciplined. Preparation is the rent you pay for success. Every day you either pay that rent or you dodge it. And if you dodge it, don't cry when opportunity locks the door in your face. The man who pays his rent in advance looks lucky. The man who doesn't looks bitter. Prepared men create luck, what you call luck. Unprepared men pray for it. And fellas, before we go deeper, I want you to know something. At the end of this episode, like the prior weeks, we're doing a Q&A. I'll be answering your questions about preparation, discipline, growth, or whatever else you want to ask me. Real questions that men need answers to. This is what the Scoot Gang is all about. So stick around after this episode finishes, because that's the part that might be the piece that changes everything for you. But let's keep it going. And make sure you subscribe if you haven't already done so. And head on over to ScootyShades.com and use promo code ScootGang, SCOOTGANG, and you will receive 15% off any purchase you place. Well, let's get back to it. Fellas, the hard part about preparation, it's boring. It doesn't give you dopamine. It doesn't give you applause. It's lonely. You don't get credit for waking up early. You don't get praise for saving money, even though you should also invest your money. Nobody congratulates you for practicing discipline when nobody sees it. That's why most men avoid it. They want to skip the work and just look prepared when the moment comes. But I hate to break it to you. Life doesn't work that way. Men confuse being busy with being prepared. Just because you're running around stressed out doesn't mean you're ready. Being busy isn't the same as building. Being in motion is not the same as making progress. Real preparation, it's intentional, it's strategic, and it's every fucking day. And the real test, if nothing changes in the next year, will you be proud of where you end up? If the answer is no, you already know what needs to happen. We spoke about this last week. You don't need luck. You need preparation. So stop calling it bad luck. Call it what it really is. Laziness. Lack of preparation. From this day forward, prepare so thoroughly, so relentlessly, that when opportunity shows up at your door, it has no choice but to let you in. That's the difference between men who stay bitter and men who get better.